right, it's Jason Pearson here, and I have Lance from Lincoln, Nebraska, who's been on the program for some months now, I think 4 or 5 or 6 months or so, and we're going to get his opinion, what he's thought about the program so far. Lance, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we figured out that you lost about, let's see, 39. Yeah, around 70, around 75 pounds or so. That's your most you lost. Okay, great. Now, before we started the program, we're having a conversation. I think at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I was telling you about what I could do for you, and you're interested in doing the program. Were you skeptical before you started the program?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I definitely thought it was sounded a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
But what the heck? You know, I had nothing to lose. So
yeah, absolutely, that's great. Yeah, it does sound a little bit too good to be true. So, anyways, going through, you started the program and stuff, and I don't know if you can remember or not. You know, in the first few weeks and months, the first 30 days, the pounds coming off, but what did you think then when you saw the weight coming off? Especially when I told you that I'm gonna have you lose weight, and I'm not even gonna have you lift a single finger of exercise while I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know what? I think after day one, I was pretty convinced, just because there was such immediate results. And then even I still remember I was blown away. On day 10, I was already down 20 pounds, which was ridiculous. I really couldn't believe it, and nobody else could really believe it. But I was just confident every morning that I woke up I was gonna lose weight, and that's what happened after I got going. So.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So it wasn't like this program to say you lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, maybe, if that. It's we live in the United States here, and in this day and age, there'd be like instant gratification. I mean, not like we're going to lose 100 pounds in 1 week or anything like that. And that wouldn't be good anyways. But, so you got some great results going off, and everybody else does too. With the program, did you get any comments about people saying, like you're losing too fast?
Yeah, definitely. I have a cousin who's in school to be a dietitian, and it's kind of funny. She had a fit. I think it was Thanksgiving. And this is not healthy. You can't do this. And I was like, well, here's my menus. And I showed her exactly what I was doing. I said, well, please point out to me where this is wrong. And it pretty well made her be quiet, And just because that's the thing, it seems it's way out of the norm, but there's you're getting everything you need. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring into everything you need. I mean, with the menus you got, I mean, it's not some, a lot of these, diets and fad diets around the country, mostly protein or cut out carbs, or these pills or supplements and all this other stuff you get. The menus I gave you, I mean, were they well balanced menus out of all the food groups?
Oh, definitely. I remember, I think it was after like the second week, you finally started, when I started doing a little more fruit and some of the food seemed a little more familiar, I was like, oh, this is definitely doable. And it seemed like it was hitting every aspect of it. And I remember there's even I remember the first time you put beef on there. I'm a farm boy, so I was pretty excited about some hamburger. And yeah, it definitely hit all the bases.
Definitely. And in my program, did I ever give you any supplements or pills or anything else of that nature, and potions, anything to do anything?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think there was one point I think where I had like a headache one day. It was like with the detox and stuff, and you recommended something I could have done, but I didn't even do it. And the next day I was fine anyhow. So, but yeah, no supplements, no nothing like that. No marketing scheme trying to get me to buy something. So.
Excellent. And all the stuff I give you, all regular and natural foods you can find at your local grocery store?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's definitely within Lincoln. Lincoln's not a big town. Anything that I was looking for, if it wasn't at one store, it was definitely at the next place that I looked for. But everything, conveniently, almost 100% of my diet was found at a grocery store just a block away from where I live. So.
Oh, nice. That's convenient. And, doing this, how was it working with me on a daily basis?
It was good. The accountability, that's I think the key to it is the accountability factor, because I remember there was one part where I actually I slipped up. I remember it was cold outside and my mother-in-law made some chili and I had like a bowl of chili and I felt so guilty about it. I didn't even report my weight the next day. And but rather than that, the day after, I got a phone call from you, and it's like, so you cheated, didn't you? so it was like, dang it. So the accountability is huge. That's definitely a big factor that's on your side.
Oh, excellent. So in that accountability, that's great. In that accountability aspect, I mean, there's different levels of accountability, and I think some people take it too far. I mean, am I like a great coach on the sidelines, keep me accountable, or am I like a food Nazi?
No, well, I have affectionately called you the food Nazi, but I mean that in the warmest way possible.
Yeah.
But no, there was times I know like that I was even really discouraged about it, and thought kind of throwing in the towel. But man, you seriously, a 10-minute conversation with you really got me on track. And it inspired me some more and kept me going. So I love the fact there was no condemnation in it, and because you hear about these crazy results, and even you personally tell me about what you walked through. And so the moment I wasn't sure if I could live up to that, there was no, well, too bad you're a failure. Definitely I couldn't have got as far as I was without you in the picture, and I mean that seriously. So.
Oh, thank you. And you got far. I mean, there's multiple points that you got to that you in your mind didn't even think you get to in the program. I mean, some points where you didn't weigh this amount, since 5, 6, or 7 years ago, and then this the final amount you're at right now, you got back around 5th or 6th grade or something. So how's that?
Yeah. No, it feels great. That's what it was. I think that's part of the reason where you kind of need a coach along the way, is because there's something I didn't really expect happening was, even as you see these results in the mirror and on the scale, you still, when you were as unhealthy as I was for so long and as big as I was, you still don't see there's not a lot of confidence that it's going to keep going, and so definitely your encouragement, your direction along the way was huge for me.
That's great. And so, for what's like, and what I charge for the program, is what I charge, is it worth what I charge? Is it not worth what I charge? Is it worth way more than I charge?
Oh man, definitely worth what you charge, and probably worth a lot more. And I think, and even knowing like the extent of your client base and how many people you're working with, I always felt like I was the only one on your radar at the time.
Yeah.
You were, if I called you, you didn't answer, you called back right away. Rarely did the phone go to voicemail. If I gave you a call, you were always available. Answered emails right away. Like, I never felt like just kind of a number that you were working through. It definitely felt like a one-on-one coaching experience. So
absolutely. 100% customized to yourself too. Speak on that. Yeah. Make everything 100% customized to every individual based on their height, weight, gender, age, current weight, the weight on every part as we're going down, any health conditions you might have, everything. So somebody was listening to this audio right now, Lance, and you're in there wondering, should they do this? Should they not do this? Should they, put it off and or get started today? What would you tell them?
I would say go for it. Definitely. Man, you've got everything to gain from it. Like I said, I think if I would have known how much it was going to benefit me in the long run, besides just physically, I would have done something like this a long time ago. I knew I needed to lose weight. I knew I needed to get healthy. I just didn't have the structure, the discipline to do it. And so you giving me that structure and coaching me through that, it really ended up affecting a whole bunch of other facets of my life. I mean, when you develop discipline in one area, there's residual effects in other areas as well. You know, just my personal leadership as a whole, I really feel has improved, just from gaining some victory in this one area of my life that you helped me with.
That's excellent. You did a great job too. And what does your wife think about this? I mean, you've been married for just now a year or something now.
Yeah, almost a year, and so I'm glad she can't keep her hands off me. Maybe that's just because of the honeymoon phase. But if this extends that, then I'm all for it. So.
There you go. That makes it worth it too. That's great. Well, you heard him. Definitely, if you're listening to this now and you're, don't procrastinate. Get started today. Again, 100% customized every individual, and it works. That works great. Thanks for showing up here, Lance, and I'll talk to you shortly.